Okay, happy Monday, everybody. I'm still stuck on this. This is where we left. This is where we left off Friday. Hi, Sissy. First one through the door. And so I want to get back to this. I've got rudimentary amounts of a costume on her, but I haven't put anything in the background. And if somebody has something brilliant to suggest before I go too far, uh, might just change directions and throw in what you say. I don't really have any big ideas. I was just going to build some furniture and windows and things. Hey John, happy Monday. So so that being said, here we are. All right. We have a new bird coming to our bird feeder. We're very excited in a way. Um, yeah, I don't know what she's leaning on either. I was just starting to draw like a little end table type of deal, but that's a little uncomfortable, and I was thinking, uh-oh, I'm offline. All right, am I back? All right. My connection's a little unstable, so you're gonna have to talk amongst yourselves while I go plug myself in. I thought we've got a new modem, and I thought that I could get by without the network cable, and apparently that is not the case. So, terrorize the cat with the cable. Oh, where is it? Okay, Minna. I'm back. Is that better? The network cable, for inexplicable reasons, freaks out my cat. That particular cable just really upsets him. And he's in here sleeping next to me, and I didn't want to upset it, so I didn't plug in my cable. Um, we got a new modem. Uh, Sharon Sharon got a new modem, was showing off the other day, and Stellar got modem envy, and was probably about to order a new modem anyway, and then Cox contacted us like that day or the next day and said, "Hey, your modem's old. Come get a new one." And so we did that. So we got a brand new modem. We're here. Okay. Could be the arm of a throne. That's pretty usual for that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm reading the notes. Uh, Sissy says she's more listening than watching. Get lots of work to do. 16 clients this weekend. Holy crap! Good for you. And they were all awesome. I edited 6 galleries. Wow. Wow. Good for you. All right. I did nothing that ambitious this weekend. Nothing at all. So, what was I saying? Got the network cable. Managed to not traumatize the cat somehow. Um, yeah, I was thinking about putting her on more of a bed or something, but I don't know. That's too upright. Golly, golly gosh. There's a pillow with a tassel in the corner, and whatever kind of table legs, like so, and there's a window back here of some kind. It's just I'm gonna draw shapes. Shapes. Want something here. Not too much. Something maybe there. Not too much. We got a new bird to our bird feeder. A day before yesterday, I guess, and it was some kind of hawk. We don't really know our hawks, and it didn't stay very long, but it hadn't come for the seed. It came for lunch, but it hadn't come for the bird seed. So we're a little conflicted about our feelings there, but we did get a new bird. We've been looking for new birds, and we got one. Oh boy, I missed something. John says a fairly petite neighbor walks around here occasionally. I bet she could ride it. And Sharon says I deleted the link, but it was to be a picture of a Tibetan Mastiff. I think that is an Irish Wolfhound. I'm missing something. Sorry, I'm gonna figure that out later. I've seen an Irish Wolfhound. I think they look quite a bit like a Russian Wolfhound. But anyways, it was a damn big dog. Really big. I was like, I hope it's friendly. Because it was damn big. I was out in the woods one day, walking along, minding my own business. Sort of. You can argue that I was not, because out of nowhere I walked into somebody's yard, which I didn't realize I was even approaching somebody's property, and then I was just kind of in their yard. It was a cabin in the woods, kind of a situation, and there was no car, but there were two extremely big dogs. They had white fur, and they didn't bark. They just ran at me, growling low in their throats. And I just had this vision in my head that, later that evening, a Jeep is going to pull up into this driveway and find these dogs gnawing on my bones. And he's going to say, oh, crap, another one. And he's going to go get the shovel. And that was going to be the end of my story. But I ran away. So yeah, they were big dogs. I don't know what kind. Big, scary dogs. They meant business too. You know they're not all bark when they're not barking. They're just coming at you. What, but some kind of window or some kind of thing. A window or something. And I'm trying to remember. I've got a friend who's got a wind chime out in the backyard. And I liked it. It's got this cool design, but I forget how it looks. It's got like a repeating design of, let's do this. They're like heart shapes. Maybe like that. But it's pieces of metal that are twisted like that. And the wind chime, they have little, I think there's a little bell hanging right there in the middle or something. I don't remember. I just remember I thought it was cool. Should have taken a picture, I guess. I'll look at things like that and I'll think to myself, that would make a really cool window in some fantasy painting I'm going to do someday. But not if I can't get it right. And then, so that's kind of cool just to have a design back there. I was about to do the brazier thing with the fire burning in it, but I'm almost tired of that. I don't know, do a different one. I've done a few of those here lately. And what this looks like a comfortable setting, not a dungeon, not even a palace, more like a bedroom or something. So there'd be carpet on the floor and stuff, things. But you guys talking about big dogs makes me want to throw a big dog in there, except I'm not really good at drawing dogs just off the top of my head. I'd have to go looking for pictures, or I'll screw it up. So a while back, by a while, I think I mean a couple of years. A while back, a guy approached me and he says, "Look, I know you're not doing commissions right now. You're not taking any commissions. But I've got a project and it's perfect for you. And it's particularly perfect for you because it is exactly like what you're doing every day on Facebook for free. I just basically want to pay you to do what you're doing already for free." And so it's like, okay, that had my attention. So I listened to what he wanted and kind of half agreed to it. I mean, I did agree to it from what he described at first. I was like, well, this is this is what I do. And so it's like, it would really be kind of stupid to say no when, and then turn around and do that all day, and not get paid for it. So I said, yeah. I said, okay. And so he sent me his specs, what he wanted. And I just want to bounce this off you and see if you agree that this is exactly what I do all day. He was doing a game that largely featured these warrior women. Okay? Warrior women. I do that all the time. But here's the warrior women, had a description. They're squat and ugly. Their arms hang all the way to their knees. They're covered in bristly hair. They have big protruding teeth, big underbite like a Neanderthal, hardly any forehead. Um, and their skin is covered in oozing pustules, which they're actually greatly proud of. And stuff like that. That was a that was a cursory description. Went on a lot further, and but it was otherwise, fantasy. There were trolls and elves and I don't know about elves, but dragons and things. And so he was like, "These warrior women you're drawing." He told me when we were talking on the phone. He said half the stuff that you post, you could just use it. You could just use it straight in my book. And and then that was what he described these people. That's what they looked like. They were long-armed, hairy, horrifically ugly warrior women. And which is apparently what he sees when he looks at this. It's so I wrestled with him for a while, and then I just told him, no, I'm not going to do your job. And he was irritated. Um, so yeah, people can people can believe something. They can look right at something, still see what they feel like seeing. It's like they can filter out everything that doesn't match their vision, and see the thing that they feel like looking at. And so he had this thing in his mind, and he saw my artwork, and he was like, yeah, you're perfect. And that wasn't actually even the breaking point. I was still possibly going to give it a try. And then he sent me his second letter with some other artists that he likes whose style is 100% different from mine. I mean, it couldn't be more different. And he says, I want you to do it in this style. So I was just like, go hire that guy. He asked me to do something I don't do in the style of somebody that isn't me. But I mean, I was sold at first. I was sold. mentioned before, the thing that's taking all my time is these books I'm working on, and there's nothing to show you because it's all on the computer, and so it's a little frustrating. I can't go, look at this thing I did, because it's just files. I'm just basically moving, resizing, saving as grayscale, renaming, renumbering, putting things in some kind of logical order so that they fit into a book. Sharon says girl goblins. Yeah, except that that's not what he meant, because the goblins were something else. These people fought goblins. So I don't remember exactly how he phrased it, but basically he said the women I'm drawing all the time were exactly the description that he had given me. Yeah, John says you already put a table where the dog's supposed to go. The background design so far is kind of busy and distracting. Good to know. Cool. Sissy doesn't like wind chimes. She says, "What if my porch was a toddler who was given a noisemaker?" It's kind of funny. I like that. We used to work in a dollar store, and one time we got these uh, hammers. They were little. It was a squeak toy that worked when you whacked something with this hammer. It went beep, and everybody that came into the store discovered them and said, "Oh, that's funny! Look here!" And they went around the store, squeak, 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 and hitting each other and hitting everything in the store. We heard that all day until they were gone, which took too long. Too long. Busy and distracting background. Awesome. Awesome. That's good to hear. That's what I like to hear. Never getting eaten by a goblin instead. There, how's that? That's better? Sharon, you missed it the other night. You and your night hikes. He says, "Oh, look, I come back and there is furniture. I came to take a look because of the busy background comment, and I would agree." Anyways, back to the Lightroom. Wind chimes are beautiful sounding. The neighbors are a nuisance. The nuisance noise. My neighbors are being a bit noisy lately. I almost said noisome, but that means something else. I can't smell them, but they are noisy of late. I think everybody's on vacation or something. Neighbor on one side likes to make bonfires in their backyard, which only makes me a little bit nervous. He's some kind of fire safety specialist, this guy, and he likes fire. And I almost feel less safe because of his fire safety expertise, because he clearly thinks that he's immune to, you know, fire can't go wrong around me. I'm an expert. He really does like fire. Builds fires in the yard all the time. Ah, I really thought this was going to work. Um, Here, that'll teach you. Tell me my picture's too busy. The ottoman cushion. Yeah, I haven't quite decided what I'm doing up there, so I stopped. Poor sissy, she's just trying to listen, and I've got nothing to say. I've got nothing. Um, so so yeah, I just I put a little goblin back there looking at her, and I don't quite know what their relationship is. I think he's a bodyguard. He must be. Um, it's a funny looking dog, John says. Yes, he's more like a toad that can stand on 2 feet, definitely. Um, so, a few years ago, I started drawing these things, putting costumes on these girls and drawing goblins things. And people start asking me questions about, like, where is this place? Or what do you call that? And everything. And I was like, I don't know. I wasn't calling it anything. I was just drawing. And then people would say things like, "Well, it must be awful warm there. They never wear any clothes," and stuff like that. And that just gets your mind going. It gets your head going. Yeah, it's like, and then you start building ideas. You start thinking of things and saying, "Well, it's got to be swampy. There's a lot of crocodiles around, and it's got to be it's going to be hot. You don't wear a lot of clothes. Crocodiles could certainly explain why everybody's got boots, but no clothes. Um, or the sawgrass or whatever it is that's out there, and things like that. You just start to visualize it after a while, and then you start drawing things more consistently to an extent. Yeah. I start wanting to build that world, even though I don't write stories and I don't design games and all that kind of stuff, but I've still got this thing in my head that I want to go do this world building stuff. Um, uh, Sissy says, now let me see how my internet does if I try to watch this while uploading 80 files. Yeah, I have that issue too. If I'm listening to Pandora and moving files around, sometimes it'll make the music stutter a little bit. It's better now than it used to be because our internet's better than it used to be, but that used to be a big problem. And if I also went somewhere else on the internet while I was listening to Pandora, I mean, you could go look at Facebook and everything. That was no problem. But if you like downloaded a picture that somebody put up or something like that, yeah, you'd start making your Pandora glitch. Which was ironic because I was listening to Glitch Mob at the time. But there we are. There we are. It's Monday. I'll be back. I'll be here all week, really. And yeah, see you tomorrow at 3. Um, maybe I'll even have something on my mind and have something to say. But I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.